activity. I have a riddle. We have a riddle for you, but please, I want you not to say, if you know the answer, don't say it out loud, because I want to give the chance to everybody to think about the answer. I'm going to give you 20 seconds to find the answer. Don't worry, it's not graded. It's just... and if you know the answer, I want you to write it on a piece of paper, and then when it's time and the time is over, I would ask you to raise your paper so that each one provides the answer at the same time and we don't bias each other. So please don't say out loud anything, even if you feel the urge and you know the answer, don't shout it, just write it on a piece of paper. Okay, 20 seconds. No, after we read it. Okay, so a father and his son are in a car accident. The father dies at the scene and the son, badly injured, is rushed to the hospital. In the operating room, the surgeon refuses to operate, saying, "I can't operate on this boy. He is my son." Who is the surgeon? 20 seconds. Don't say a word out loud, please. Don't say anything. ما بأسرع أي حاجة لورا. I think it's 20 seconds. Okay, don't. Who knows the answer?
Who knows the answer?
Okay, so we have 3 people, 4 people. Okay, can you put your answer?
Who's the answer?
Okay, Manam.
Manam Baini.
Oh, hold on, sorry. Go ahead.
So say your answer aloud.
Mom?
The mom.
The mom. Okay. So the answer is very stupid. It's the mom. It's very simple. Why only?
The faces, your faces.
Okay. So I will. Okay. So take 5 seconds to think about what this means to you. The answer, now that we know it, is very, very obvious. Is the most obvious answer. Can you maybe tell me why you didn't think about it? Those who didn't know it, why you didn't know it? Yes. I'm not judging, yeah? Nobody, very few. By the way, it's like less than 20% of the people are able to find the answer in less than 20 seconds. I'm sure if I gave you like 3 minutes, you would figure it out. And I've had, tell me, I do this with my students. I've had a lot of answers like, I don't know, the other father or the spiritual father. And okay, so tell me why now try to reflect about why you didn't know the answer.
Maybe for some reason I stereotyped that the surgeon is a male.
Yes, so a stereotype. So I am coming to this riddle with a mental schema in my head, associating the surgeon with the male. Therefore, when I'm thinking about the answer, I'm thinking another, maybe it's a gay couple, it's another dad, it's a grandfather, it's the priest, it's the sheikh, but I didn't think about the mother because I'm looking for a male figure. Yes.
No, I don't. In my case, it's not this. I think because they wrote father twice, I don't know, I thought about just a male figure.
Yeah. Yes? Come in. Of course. Those who knew the answer, why do you think you knew it? Do you have a female surgeon in the family, or you know?
We're just smarter than the others.
Yeah. Sarah.
Gen E.
So again, this is about gender stereotypes, and we're going to see as we progress, it affects really our decisions in hiring and promotions, etc. When we have certain mental schemas about what a person does and doesn't do. And by the way, if you go online, there's the Harvard Implicit Project. So if you go to Google, write Harvard Implicit Project, they have a lot of tests that are for free that you can do. And especially the association tests. So you have, let's say, the gender association test, where it's fast and you need to match things. It's really fun because you will know where you stand on to what extent you are biased by these assumptions and stereotypes. So now I want to give you the yes, but هلا we are running a lot late on time. I don't know. What do we do? Okay. So we gave you, Rajab, by email the Trusted 10 exercise, asking you to write. I mean, again, I want to reiterate, this is private. Nobody will ask you to do it. And I want you now to, I don't know if you have the sheet or you remember.
If you have it
And,
with you guys, just, yeah.
Yes, so now I want you, the people that you chose, to put their attributes in terms of the demographics. So if you put Fida Afyuni, for example, you would put the age at the gender, female, kaza. We fill it again, yeah. So because when you did it the first time, we didn't want you to see the characteristics. صح. It's the same one. يعني إذا بدكم keep the one you wrote, but add the headings and put. So 5 minutes. No, the version you had was without the heading. It was on purpose because we didn't want to bias your thinking. And now that we have the heading, you just mark the heading. And once you are done, look at your paper, take a distance, look at it, and share your reflections with us. We're kind of... هديك ما بتاخد وقت. لا ما بتاخد وقت. It's like 1 minute. Terminologies ما بدهم شيء. 10 minutes. بس معلش لو تأخرنا. No, we have to do it. Yes. Those who are done, please look at it and reflect about what you find. And if you feel comfortable sharing with us your overall reflections, please do. Again, without mentioning names or people.
I found that.
No, but let's just wait 1 minute for everybody to be done, and then we can share reflection. Okay, 20 seconds. هن شو الاتريبيوتس؟ Middle Eastern. معلش إذا بدك ما تعمل آخر وحدة وين هي؟ Okay, so can you share if you
Okay,
look
so
at
can
the
I start?
paper? Yes, anybody has something that comes up very obviously.
Exactly.
Yes. Eli.
So for me, I didn't do attention to that, but now surprisingly, they are all the same gender, same age, same bracket of age, same nationalities. Even the education level also is, yes, is very comparable.
So anybody similar to Eli found that there is a high
Yes,
level
I'm
of
same like Eli.
similarity? Yes.
I'm same as Eli in all details.
Yes.
Yes, also similarities. I have mainly females, friends, same age group, all white.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so for the majority of people, of course there are exceptions, but for the majority of people, you know, the trusted, this is called the trusted 10. So the people that you trust the most have, you know, kind of are similar. Second question, if you compare their demographic characteristics with yours, what do you see? They are mostly like you. I mean, this is very dangerous. This message tells you that we tend to trust people that are similar to us. And of course, if I have a big project, would I give it to somebody I don't trust? If I want to hire someone for a critical position, would I hire someone I wouldn't trust? This is bias, which is a similar to me bias. If I only trust people similar to me, this means that this will affect the decisions I take at work in terms of recruitment, of promotion, of task assignment, and this will lead to me kind of favoring people like me and not without knowing. I mean, this is called unconscious bias. Unconscious. You realize you weren't aware of this before you did this exercise. I reiterate, the purpose of today's session is to bring out the awareness about our unconscious bias. Now that I am more aware, I can do more deliberate effort when I am recruiting, when I'm promoting, when I'm assigning projects to people, to ask myself, based on what I'm making this decision, and if I don't trust the people that I don't know or are not different from me, let me take the time to know them so that maybe we build this trust relationship. So maybe we can add to this list, building trust is very important, because if you don't trust them, you will not give them any opportunity, and hence we want equal opportunity for everybody. The problem is we do this without being aware, so we cannot fix a problem if we are not aware that this problem exists.
You're right, but I have a question about hiring, because here when we hire someone, it's always someone we don't know.
Yeah.
We interview.
You don't know the person, but
We
you
don't-
would know the demographic characteristics. So
Yeah,
you
but-
would rather hire a female, not a male, or someone who graduated from AUB. No, I graduated from AUB, or you know, stuff like this.
But
We'll talk
I-
about it in the
يعني-
second session.
Okay. But no, when I related to myself, I've never done this. I recruit different genders, different nationalities, different universities, different backgrounds, and it's always when I recruit anyone, the base is the trust. You always
Bravo.
trust people unless they prove you otherwise, not the
Yes,
opposite.
that's
right?
great. I mean, you're doing great, but not everybody
if
is
I may.
thinking in this way. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think it also has to do where you're working and what you're
Yes.
exposed to. So, for
Yes.
example, the team in Dubai, it's not really. I don't know if it's not an option, but you don't even think about that. This would have been my first answer, but then I remembered the company that I worked with before, and it's very interesting. I worked with Emirates Airline, and you would find departments where the majority of the people in the department are of the same ethnicity
Yes.
and origin and countries as the leader of that department.
Yes.
And this is in a multinational. So it's definitely happening. Perhaps not so much with us.
Yes. I remember, you know, when I was doing data collection in the year 2000, and I went to Banque du Liban, and I was doing interviews there. You know, you would go literally, floor 1 is the same people, they have the same dialect, they're from the same, you know, region. Floor 2 is different, floor 3 is different. Yeah, and people tend to hire people like them. In Lebanon, it's more complicated because you want to hire people similar to you. You have the religious and sectarian considerations. But I know because most of the business people are also politicians, you want to hire people not only from your same sect, but that votes in the area where. So, for example, you see like a politician who has businesses who's, let's say, from Tripoli. All the people they hire are from Tripoli because they can vote later. So there are considerations, but this is conscious bias. If you are consciously doing this is discrimination, and you know, for me, I cannot change people who think like this. The salvation is when this happens unconsciously, and I help people be aware of this unconscious, 50% of them, or 60 or 70, will want to avoid discrimination and avoid doing harm without knowing, and they will be more aware and change their behavior. And this is the people where I like to work with, because there's hope of change. Hoolika is deliberately discrimination, and they're okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it.
Because maybe it's adding value to them. You said about election, it's adding value.
إيه، هيك يعني this is their business model, and they deliberately hire people from the same color, from the same sect, who vote in the same area. This is what they do. I mean, I cannot go and convince them of embracing diversity. But I know people that most people mean well and want equality and want equity and want, you know, people to feel comfortable, but are not aware that something they do or say is maybe making people uncomfortable or pushing them away. Now, when you become aware, there's, you know, room for having a more inclusive workplace where people, you know, feel comfortable.
Because we're talking about unconscious bias, and by no means I'm trying to say this is wrong, but Ellie, you just said that we don't have this in Transmed, but we are now a group of 30 people representing Transmed, and we have a dominant nationality, and this is unconscious bias.
Yeah. Yes.
When I put the 10 names, I discovered that the first name that I put is a person that I met in September.
Yes.
She's in my team. She's 32. She's French, double French Moroccan.
Great, so very different.
She has a university degree. She's single and she's Muslim. I'm Christian. Okay. So I put her name as the most trusted in my. And the last two names that I put are the two Filipino people that are working with me. I trust them because they do a perfect job. So, and the person that I grew with, she's number 4. I grew with 50 years. I know her. I was at. So.
That's great. So you're, I mean,
I think
the idea is the more our trusted 10 exercise is diverse, the more, you know, if I know diverse people and I trust them, I will not fall into the stereotype of it. So I suggest that we take 10 minutes break, and then we'll resume with our second session.